Hello, my name is Bogdan Vacarescu, and I came here to tell you a story today. Um, so we're gonna talk about osteoarthritis and violin playing, but not so much that. But I am a violinist, and um, in 2018 I started getting these bad back pains. Well, worse than I used to have them anyway. And so I went to the doctor after a few weeks of really bad pain, and he said, "Take paracetamol." I said, "I already had taken paracetamol," but he said, "Well, take more." So I've taken paracetamol for a couple of months. I was feeling guilty going back, but I had to go back. I couldn't sleep because of the pain, and um, I saw another doctor. Well, it's a GP practice, so that's a general practitioner in England is something. Uh, you don't necessarily see the same doctor when you go back, so you have to start from the very beginning your story. So I told them again. I said, "Look, this is what happened." I said, "Well, you need to take more paracetamol. It's just backaches and so on." I went uh, back in another 3 months, and I said, "Well, paracetamol is not working," so they gave me codeine paracetamol. That didn't work. Another 2 3 months passed. I went back to the doctor, the fourth one, uh, and the fourth doctor. That's a year later. Yeah, after I saw the first one, he said, "Well, we should have an MRI." I said, "Well, thank you, finally." So the MRI showed that a lot of discs in my cervical spine have just disappeared. So it was just bone on bone and pressing against my spinal cord. So therefore, there were pains all over the place. My arms, my head, my shoulder, my in my elbow and everything. Anyway, um, they that took another 6 months for the MRI because this is how it is here. Um, so they put me meanwhile on phosphate, codeine phosphate, and well, that was nice, but still, I still couldn't sleep because of the pain, and I couldn't function, so I couldn't play the violin either, and I couldn't help with the kids or do anything really. It was the pain was just beyond anything. Um, well, I turned to union musicians union, and they showed me the way to help musicians. They immediately they were amazing. So thank you, help musicians. Um, uh, um, and um, yeah, they immediately got an appointment for me with surgeon, spinal surgeon. Um, he said that surgery is out of question because it's way too high, like C3, 4, 5, 6 to 7, 7 to T1. So he said the danger of paralysis is too big. So I said, okay, what can we do? He said, let's try some injections in the spine. We did that. That didn't work, and we did them like, well, the first one was immediate and was paid by help musicians, and that was great. Within a week, everything was done. However, help musicians ran out of money for me, and the next appointment I had to do with the same doctor, but on NHS, that's the National Health System, which is great, but I had to wait another 6 months before I could see him. Um, so we did another injection, which lasted about the effect lasted about 12 hours. This is like some, I don't know, anesthetic and some stuff. But as soon as the anesthetic went, I was back in pain. So he said, let's stop the injections. They don't work on you. So we did physio. The physio, only when they did some massages, that was a private physio. They did some massage and they showed me some exercises which helped a little bit, but not a lot. And So I'm telling you this story so you see that I tried everything. Um, the exercises they really didn't help actually. Um, then I went on the money finished, so I went on NHS for physio. Waited another few months to see someone, and just to be told that they don't do any kind of massage or maneuvering of the spine or whatever the body, and because they're not allowed to touch people. I was like, oh, this is amazing. We don't touch people now. And they showed me how to set of exercises: angry cat, scaredy cat, whatever cat. They were okay, but yeah, I wish I still had the piece of paper that they drew the exercises on. It's amazing work of art. But in my case, they didn't help. They produced sometimes a little bit of relief, but as soon as I stopped making them doing the exercises, it just didn't hold anything for me. So, meanwhile, as at the same time as all this, I was doing research. Uh, my wife helped a lot with getting people, together and see who knows what, maybe a remedy or something. So I tried all sorts of what are they called, supplements, green lip mussels and things like that, and they did help a little bit. They took the edge of the pain, but I still could not sleep at night without a lot of codeine, like a lot. And then other things started hurting, like my stomach and my liver and things. And I was taking more and more. Anyway, so the supplements kind of worked, but not enough. And I tried as well eliminating different kind of foods. So the nightshades were out. I didn't feel an immediate effect, but what I did feel, like for example, aubergines, eggplants for the other ones, the Americans. I love those, so I missed them a lot. So a couple of months later, I tried one, and I felt immediately my spine flaring. Well, my spine, the area, my neck is just flared up with pain. So it's like, well, there's something there. Then so I'm off nightshades. But of course, if somebody offers me some, I'm not going to be rude. But where was I? Nightshades. Yeah. So I eliminated as much as I could, and I tried to keep my a good diet, and still like French fries. And after that, when the doctors saw that the physio doesn't work on me or anything, eventually they referred me to something called the pain clinic. That's when they're out of ideas. And the pain clinic, they could have some, I don't know. I don't know what they expect them to have, because I went there with a whole list of things that they could do for me, and they went down through the list, and they said, no, this is not on NHS anymore. We don't do that. This proved to be not effective. This is not good. So there's nothing we can do for you, so you can forget about playing the violin. And that was my meeting with the pain clinic in 2022, I think. So that's 4 years. And instead they said, you need to go on antidepressants. So I did, hoping it would help me manage the pain better. But all it did is like completely ruin about a year of my life, because I don't remember anything. I remember the kids trying to get my attention, and I was like in a dreamland somewhere. It's nice, but yeah. So where was I? A dreamland. I still have still dreaming. Well, I've been dreaming all my life, so it was a smooth transition. Anyway, meanwhile, I kept on researching for alternative um, ways of getting myself better. And I found one day something I never heard of, QiGong. So it was in my related searches for, uh, spine injuries and osteoarthritis, things like that. And it came there, how to heal your spine, improve your spine, heal your back with the QiGong. I said, well, I tried so far everything I could try. I never heard of this, but I'll try it. So I did. And what do you know? A few hours later, I was able to pick up the violin. The pain was reduced by like 20%, which never happened until then. So I'll show you. I'll let me change screens.
Tell cut left.
This is the guy.
Cut right. And drop down.
The first guy I landed on, it was his name is Tikman Tue, or Brother Insight. And Brother Insight, you have to keep up with him. He doesn't explain much, but they're very good exercises. And then I looked a little bit more. I wanted to see why and how. Why does this work? So the next thing I landed on, well, I landed on many things, but the next good thing I landed on was Master Chunyi Lin. And this is him.
Our practice. Yes.
There you go.
When you move your hands and body,
so this is
slowly, your muscles is slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come to the top of the head.
Yeah.
1, 2.
So you see, it's a sort of
level.
Very slow movements. I'm talking now. A series of very slow movements, and he explains. So you have to listen a little bit in the beginning. But what's good about Chunyi Lin is that it does a lot of explanation for free. So it's on YouTube. It's available here. And then the other thing, so he's got here quite a few. And then the other thing that helped a lot was also QiGong, was Shaolin QiGong with Shihengi. He is the master, or Shifu, of the Shaolin Temple Europe. Now these two guys, Chunyi Lin and Shihengi, they basically saved my life in a way, and my career, because now I'm back into performing. I'm not 100% better, but I can make it through a whole recital, 1.5 hours of playing hard material, which I nearly lost hope at some point that I would ever do again. But because I done every day some QiGong, so this one, for example, is called Shi Sui Jing. It's called bone marrow cleansing QiGong. Guys, you do what you will. I'm just telling you what I found out and how I managed to get a lot better. I'm not 100% healed, but I've done it. I'm back in business now, and that's through these guys. I'm going to put some links. I did buy his course, and it's just amazing. The self-mastery for 12 months. I think I'm going to link it here. And also Chunyi Lin has got courses. They're both teaching quite different things, but they're amazing. And I don't know why this is not spoken about and not known, and I don't know if it's on purpose. I told some doctors what I done to get better, and some of them Of course, they said they never heard of it. Some of them, they said, yeah, I heard of it. And I got a lot of smirks that, yeah, right. I was like, well, I don't know how else, because I tried everything else. And I'm just telling you that QiGong did it. But yeah, I got a lot of, yeah, right, okay. The point is, there is always a way. And I just I just wanted to share, because I'm sure there are a lot of violinists and musicians, um, because of the prolonged hours of being in the same position, either of a big piano or the violin or things like that. You get a bad back, you get a bad neck, and it's not something that just appears. First, you just have some pains in your 20s, in your 30s. It's fine, you can sleep it off or whatever. And then one day you wake up, either you can't move your hands, or the neck is stiff and you can't do anything. So try this. There's a lot of free stuff. Give it a shot. And not only that, it helped me with my my physical problems, but it actually corrected and healed some things that I never even thought of when I was doing the qigong routines and forms. Some of the forms are actually more like, for example, more dynamic, like Baduan Jin. This is, I'm going to show a little bit here. Let's see, a good one would be, so here we go. It requires a lot of stamina, but you feel like $1,000,000 after this. Sometimes holding a position, and the breathing, that's what I learned, especially from the Shaolin teachings, how to breathe and what to think when you breathe. And it's all about intention. I'm not going to explain here much. And the qigong is also, quickly, it's energy, qi, and gong, work with the energy. So guys, good luck. I wish you all the best. The other very good one is Jing, which is a little bit explained here. This is also to the tendon and tendon change and muscle. Yeah, check it out. The point is, the main point is, never try to do exactly as the master does, because it's a lot more flexible, so you'll hurt yourself. Just do only to the extent of your current ability, and then the next day you'll be better, and the following day even better, and so on. I don't know if there's anything I left out. Maybe I did, maybe not. Anyway, I will start a series of YouTube clips here that will be more about violin and violin playing. And I'll also keep on talking about my recovery. Yeah. Well, I'll see you in the next clips. Take care. Bye.